You started a sick little rumor about me.
It's not funny.
But I mean, it does beg the question, what has gone wrong with young Hollywood? Honest to God, what is the problem?
Yeah. Juicy sweatsuits, doing lines in the restroom.
Hello and welcome back for another episode of Like Do You Remember This, where we look back on all the Hollywood stories of the early aughts, a time in history when America found out that with a trust fund, a sex tape, and a dream, you too could become a star. As always, I'm your host, Dara Lane. In our last episode, we concluded our Paris Hilton mini-series because I just couldn't anymore. This week, I'll be treating you to a Paris palate cleanser. Think of it as a nice mango sorbet to wash away that lingering taste of Coke drip from the back of your throat. Today, we'll be talking about this podcast's namesake, the club Les Deux. I felt it was important to give you a little context about this important landmark, because in the stories of early aughts Hollywood, the clubs are almost like another character themselves. So let's dive in nose first, shall we? Les Deux opened in the summer of 2006. It was owned by Mike Boogie Malin of Big Brother fame and his friend Lonnie Moore, a D-bag with a goatee who appeared on Millionaire Matchmaker. Along with their investors, which included more than half of the cast of That 70s Show, Boogie and Lonnie formed the Dolce Group and opened other restaurants and clubs like Dolce, Geisha House, Ketchup, and Bella. You can surely trust their taste in food, as they once credited Chin Chin and Soup Plantation as their favorite restaurants. Also a member of the Dolce Group and co-owner of Les Deux was Sylvain Bitton. Let's have him open the velvet ropes and show us around, shall we?
My name is Sylvain Bitton, and I am one of the owners of Les Deux, the supper club, dessert club, ultra lounge. What Les Deux and I and my partners provide is a perfect night. Basically, you leave your troubles, your problems at the door, and you walk in here. It's almost like a paradise. Let me see if this is up to par. Heavy on the vodka, I like it. And ladies, I am single. If you'd like to stop by, I'll buy you a drink. Hi. What up? We get these two ladies a cocktail?
We have a champagne, honey.
Some beautiful babies right here. Hey girls, why don't you say hi to the camera?
Hi.
You girls want to go upstairs and make love? I'm about to open the door, get a couple hotshot people in here. The girls from the hills are awesome. I'll open it up, walk them in, and not only do I just seat them at a table, I will sit down with them and make sure that they feel welcome, happy. Everybody, come to Les Deux. You'll have a great time. Ask for me. I'll greet you at the door.
Les Deux was located on North Las Palmas Avenue in Hollywood, steps away from the clubs Element and LAX, which Paris Hilton once called the worst club in the world. With the help of their celebrity investors, Les Deux very quickly became the hottest and most exclusive club in LA. To get in during its heyday, you either had to be famous, know someone, or pay for a table that would cost between $1,500 and $5,000, depending on the location. The patio was prime real estate, probably because you could smoke, so it was more expensive than a table inside. Les Deux was inconspicuous from the outside, in the middle of a parking lot with no red carpet, no lights, and no sign. To get a feel for the interior, let's let Yelp reviewer Stacy H take it away. I like this place. It has a Victorian mansion / New Orleans appeal. I saw Kid Rock there and the guy that plays Clark on Smallville. Apparently that is small potatoes for this place since celebs hang out here regularly. There's a nice outdoor courtyard space and a huge 2-story indoor space. They were showing Moulin Rouge on a huge screen outside as well as another one inside. There is a special VIP area blocked off downstairs and upstairs, and the bouncers are stringent on enforcement of the VIP. I finagled my way into the upstairs one, but the only cool thing about it were the balconies, which overlook the courtyard. 5 stars. Bitton described the vibe as low-key European house party because nothing exemplifies the effortlessly cool Parisian way of life like Moulin Rouge and bottle service girls in matching Fredericks of Hollywood corsets. One celebrity who loved those corsets was Britney Jean Spears. In July 2007, just after she got out of rehab, Britney was partying at Les Deux when she asked a manager there if they were hiring. Sources reported that she told the manager she loved the uniforms, but asked if she could make her own corset. After looking through her calendar, Britney said that she would come in the following Saturday to follow up with management like she was applying for a summer job at Starbucks. Britney did end up coming the next week, but none of the higher-ups came there to meet with her. It can be tough to break into the food and hospitality industry if you don't have any prior experience. But how do you get experience if no one will hire you without experience? After Britney left Les Deux, no doubt after a hostess told her they'd keep her resume on file in case anything opened up, she was kicked while she was down by another club goer. In the parking lot, a woman called Britney a whore and told her she should go home and be with her babies. After Britney drove away, a pack of women physically attacked her because that's what you deserve if you ever tell another woman how to parent her own children. Britney's rejection from Les Deux didn't stop her from coming back. Later in October, Ryan Seacrest reported that he saw Britney give Tony Romo a lap dance with his own two peepers. Other celebs who frequented Les Deux include Lindsay Lohan, who at 20 years old left Les Deux and promptly crashed her Mercedes into a shrubbery. She dumped her car somewhere and then went to a hospital for chest pains. Unknown as to whether the chest pains were caused by the car accident or the cocaine, but probably cocaine because police found some in her car. Thanks to the coke, she was charged with a Missy Misdemeanor Elliott. Co-owner Lonnie made a comment to people saying, "A lot of celebrities come to the restaurant for dinner or drinks. Because it's a restaurant open 5 nights a week, there's no age limit for our patrons. We welcome Lindsay and her friends whenever they would like to come to Les Deux." Lonnie and his co-workers seemed to extend this invitation to many underage women. At the end of 2007, Lonnie was accused of rape by a 19-year-old woman who alleged that he plied her with drinks and told her he was taking her to a VIP area when in fact he was taking her to his office, which just so happened to have a bed in it. TMZ then proceeded to mount a smear campaign against the accuser because Harvey Levin feeds off the emotional distress of young women who wouldn't fuck him in high school and drinks their tears in a sippy cup. Despite the accusation, Les Deux managed to stay pretty hip for a couple of years, but eventually its popularity started to peter out in 2008. Still, it managed to hang on a little bit longer. As Kat H. put it on March 15th, 2010, "I can't believe this place is still open. Remember 2006 when getting in here was hard? And the crowd were all beautiful people? Remember when you wanted to be seen here? When the crowd of 400 people outside were all perfectly gorgeous people you wanted to party with? So do I. Unfortunately, it's not like that anymore." And by the end of the summer of 2010, Les Deux finally closed its doors for good. Les Deux was Les done. But we still have all the memories to hang on to, like the most beautiful one of all, one you can replay over and over again when you start to feel lonely. When inside the hallowed walls of Les Deux, Lauren Conrad screamed at Heidi Montag.
You know what you did! What did I do? You know what did I do?
But we'll get to that in our next episode. The enduring love of Heidi Montag and Spencer Pratt. Les Deux You Remember This is researched, written, narrated, and edited by me, Darlene. If you aren't already, please subscribe on iTunes and leave a rating and review. You can follow the podcast on Instagram and Facebook. And please, if you like the podcast, share it and tell your friends. Because it's true what they say, it takes a village to make me famous. So you're invited to come back next week. We've got a table, and I've put you on the list for Les Deux You Remember This.